pals, welcome to the channel. Today I am doing my May book journal update, and then we are going to set up for June. I kind of started May and like tried to keep up with everything, and then I failed miserably. So I'm gonna go over everything with you. We're gonna update everything. I'll go through the books, and then I'm gonna show you like a sneak peek of my TBR for June. That's what month we are in. It is June 1st. I'm recording this Sunday. It's Sunday at 1:05 p.m. I'm recording this like hours before this goes live. So, because I wanted to wait, I finished a book yesterday. I knew I was going to finish a book, so I knew I couldn't record it until today. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, we're gonna get started on all this. I'm gonna go over these items. Some of you may be new and you don't know how I do my book journal, so we're gonna cover that a little bit, not like a super in-depth, but I'll give you the rundown and then we will get into May. So yeah, let's look at a previous month. So this is how I used to do my book journal in 2024. I just put down every single book that I got, received, bought, was gifted, found, like any of them, they all went in here. And then if I read them or if I didn't read them, that's just how it worked. And then we changed it up, and then in January, I started doing like my categories and then doing notes and things like that, which worked out pretty well. And then March was fine, and then April rolled around and I was like, actually, I don't want to read like that anymore. So we changed it up again. And now we have books to fill in. So this is my Canon Ivy printer. They have a new one. It's the Canon IV2. I recommend obviously getting that one. Mine just still works fine, so I'm sticking with it. And then I gotta grab these photos. Okay, so we're printing, sorry, there was sirens that were going off and I didn't want to talk through them. So we're printing 3 different pages. So we're printing some books that I have already read. We're printing some books that I'm gonna read next month, and I know that I'm gonna read because they're arcs that are due. And then I'm printing some the pictures that I liked that I took this month to go on one of the pages. So this is the first page. I just finished this one, and then these 3 are actually for June. So we're just gonna start cutting them and getting them ready. Okay, so we've got 3 more books to add in here. So we've got The Night and the Moth, and they were roommates, and then Charming Villain. So Night and the Moth was a new release this month. It's written by Rachel, who also wrote One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, which are some of my, like 2 of my favorite fantasy duet books, are, I guess, obviously 2. So, but I love them. They have a really interesting magic system that I had never read about before. The characters are just so well thought out. I really, really, really liked this book. It is a duology as well, so we have to wait for the second book, and we don't know when that's coming yet. As of me recording this video right now, at least I don't. And yeah, so a lot of people are kind of mad about the book because it ends on a cliffhanger, but like it's a duology, like it's gonna end on a cliffhanger. They're not gonna like wrap up the first book. I don't know, I guess not. I guess Miranda Lynn's series Nevermore Evermore, those ones are like the same series but they're different. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but anyway, I loved it. I thought it was great. I was obsessed with all of the characters. I might have kind of already had an idea of what was going on, but like I caught on really quickly. But it was still really validating when it happened, when like different things were coming together that I think I only noticed because I read One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, and now I kind of have the way that her brain works in my head, but it's more like a puzzle, so, and I'm really good at puzzles, so I love that. Anyway, that's my rant about The Night and the Moth. Other than the fact that I got 2 versions of it, or 2 copies of it. I got the Barnes & Noble Collector's Edition and the Fairy Loot Edition. Obsessed with both of them. If you want me to do like videos on all my collector's editions, let me know. I do have quite a few of them. I get a Fairy Loot subscription every month, and then I buy collector's editions for my favorites as they're available, and as I have money for them, so I don't get all of them, but I get some. But yeah, so I got those, and then, so I can, I guess, fill this part out. So this was bought 5-star, and I'll put the dates in a second. I don't remember them off the top of my head. Oh, okay, let's go back to the beginning. So Time Loops and Meet Cutes was an arc. This one is super cute. 5 stars. I read it in 2 days. It is a like time loop fever dream. Timey fever dream is what I said, but it's like a time loop fever dream. I love it. It was incredible. I loved it. Anyway, All Twerk No Play was also an arc that released this month. It's the second book in the series. The first book is Peppermint Bark No Bite, which I also read. Read. That one was a, I was obsessed with it. Anyway, All Twerk No Play is by Bailey Seaborn. I'm obsessed with her as well. And Booked with the Emilys got me hooked into that one. So obviously 5 stars. Stay for Me. It's Brittany Ann. Brittany Ann gets 5 stars if she wrote something on a napkin in the closet with the lights off and sneezed at the same time. Like, it's still 5 stars. I love her. Stay For Me is Mag's story in the Hollowed Ranch series. All of her series are interconnected in like their own special way. You don't have to read them all, but I highly recommend you do. I've been wanting Mag's story for 2 years, and we finally got it, and done. That's it. That's the story. And They Were Roommates was also an arc. This one got 5 stars. This is a super cute queer rom-com. The main characters are a trans boy and a sweet little, like, ridiculous cinnamon roll of a boy, and they are in an all-boys school, and it's young adult, but it's like high school, I think they're in high school age kids, so it's cool. Very cute, very well written. I love it. Paige is a great author. Yes. And then Charming Villain, this was also an arc. I got this one through Book Sprouts, so I normally don't read through there. But this one was emailed to me, and I was like, all right, Stark Mafia, I'm into it. So I read it, and I really liked it. I tried to get it done by pub date, but I got busy at work, so I didn't get to finish it then. But I did finish it last night, so I'm gonna put that on there. And like I said, I'll grab the dates in a little bit, and then I have these pictures. So I got some book mail. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone real quick, because I took pictures of all of them because I knew I was gonna forget. So we got Aftertaste, Simon & Schuster sent. We got All Twerk No Play, Bailey, and Booked with the Emilys sent. We got, I want a different colored pen. Where's my boba? It's my little boba pen case. My partner got for me for Christmas a couple years ago, and it's my favorite like pen case ever. We actually got quite a bit of book mail this month. Which was really cool. We got Marked by Moonlight. Oh, we got our fairy loot. Night. And the Moth. We got our Barnes and Noble. Oh, we got the Beautiful series. Poor Anna. And that was Simon. And the Beautiful series is Gallery. These two are Orbit. And I think Marked by Moonlight is also Gallery, but I'm not sure. Hold on. Yeah, it's Gallery. They have been doing so, like, been super kind about sending me things that I have requested, and also, like, connecting me with books that I haven't requested, but I end up loving. It's my photo of Marked by Moonlight, and then this is my Fairy Loot copy of The Night and the Moth, which you can't really see because the book is really light. It's, like, white and purple, and I took it in a, like, bright lighting, but you can in person. I'll like, zoom in and zoom in. I'll pick up the journal and show you. What am I gonna do? Pinch the screen for you and open it up? There we go. And then, yeah. Okay, so we've got those in there. So I'll do the quotes. I have them in my Kindle and in my phone, but I'm not gonna go through that right now just because that's gonna be boring. Hold on, let me get this back in focus. But my favorite books, because I have like 6 quotes specifically from The Night and the Moth that will go here. So, All Twerk was for sure my favorite rom-com. Stay For Me was my favorite dark romance. And then The Night and the Moth. See, that's the problem here. So, like, this is my favorite for the time loop aspect. This is my favorite for me wanting this character's story. This is the favorite for also me wanting this character's story. This is my favorite because I love this book. This is my favorite because it's queer and the author is incredible. This is my favorite because it's a dark mafia. Like, I love them all. I just love them. So, we're great for that. That's May. There's not, I don't know, I don't really want to add much more to it because May's May, and we're over it. It's done. Let's work on June. So, I've got my little cardboard piece. And then, we're going to do this in pink and purple today. Okay, so it's essentially like the same setup that we're, oh, I should probably like write the month and stuff on top. Whatever. Got June. and then let's put, okay, so this arc is gonna be due soon. So I know I'm gonna read this one. I bit all my fingernails off because that's a terrible habit that I have, and now I can't peel the backs of these very easily. So I'm gonna read Nightshade. I'm going to read Every Step She Takes because of course we're gonna have some queerness in here. I'm going to read Am I Trans Enough because that has been on my list for a bit and I really want to. Let's do some highlighter marks. We're gonna do purple. We're gonna do green. And we're gonna do pink. This is why I normally keep the cardboard there, but I took it off. And then we're going to read a couple other arcs just because I want to get them off my list. I have some more that I want to grab and I don't want my NetGalley number to go down. I'm at a good spot right now, so. But there's some books coming and I want them. Yeah, so. Alright, and then we've got Well Actually, Roll for Romance, and Something Wicked. Roll for Romance also comes out soon. I think this one comes out in July. Nightshade, I think, comes out in June. I don't remember. This is already out. This doesn't come out until, like, the fall. Oh, let's put the highlights under these. And then I have a couple books on my Kindle, but I haven't, like, fully decided what that TBR looks like. I know I'm gonna have some time to read this month, and I'm, like, kind of craving it. So this might be one of my, like, Sam reads too many books in a months, or it could be I get really excited and I don't read any of them. We'll see how it goes. But I haven't finalized my TBR yet. That's what I'm doing today. And then once I get that done, I'm going to record the video and that'll go live next weekend. So you'll have that. And then I used to do that all the time when I was little. Make these little doodles at the tops of my page. And then, yeah. So this is the base for June. We're here. Got it ready to go. These are all my stickers. I might start putting, I have a lot of book stickers I've just collected over the years and I switch them out in my Kindle all the time. So I'm going to start like adding them in on some old pages just to like fill in space and make them cute. But yeah, so let me know if you have any questions. I know this one wasn't like super exciting probably because it was just me rambling about my favorite books and books that I'm going to be reading, but I like having a record of it so that way I can look back. We're also going to do a June wrap up because at the end of June, that will be a full 6 months. We'll have January, February, March, April, May, and June done. So we're going to do a video update of like all of my stats. We're going to go through all the books that I've read, see where I'm at compared to my goals, see how many like of different types of books I've read, what a most popular trope is, that kind of thing. So if you have anything specific, like if you want to see my spreadsheet, any of that stuff, leave that in the comments. I'll add it to the list. And then, yeah, I'll have that out probably like the first or second week of July. So, yeah. Okay, that is it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I will see you on Friday for Fiber Friday. Bye!